Welcome back, true believers, to the True Alien Podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Smith, and joining me, as always, is our resident expert on all things extraterrestrial and paranormal.
Julia Jones.
That's right, folks. We're back with another paranormal probe, and this time, we're headed straight into the heart of a chilling mystery that unfolds in the irradiated wasteland near Chernobyl.
Chernobyl itself is a place already shrouded in mystery and fear. The 1986 nuclear disaster left behind an exclusion zone, a ghost town frozen in time and fertile ground for all sorts of unsettling stories.
And believe me, this story is a doozy. It all starts with Dimitri, a scrap salvager who knows the exclusion zone like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
He's tough, resourceful, and not easily spooked. Then we have Anya, a scientist sent in to investigate a strange incident. She's analytical, skeptical, and determined to get to the truth. And overseeing it all is the enigmatic Major Yevlev, a man who seems to know more than he lets on.
The combination of these characters, each with their own motivations and perspectives against the backdrop of Chernobyl, makes for a compelling narrative.
Okay, so Dimitri is out doing his usual scavenging when he stumbles upon something totally unexpected. Not more scrap metal, but a hidden tunnel leading deep underground. Now, Dimitri's a curious guy, and a little danger never stopped him before, so he grabs his flashlight and decides to investigate.
This seemingly simple act of curiosity sets off a chain of events that will unravel a mystery with far-reaching implications.
He descends into this tunnel, and it opens up into a large chamber. But instead of finding more scrap, he finds what appears to be a high-tech lab. Wires and broken instruments are everywhere. The walls are covered in strange symbols, and there's Cyrillic writing, the alphabet used in Russian, all over the place.
The presence of a hidden, technologically advanced lab in the Chernobyl exclusion zone immediately raises questions about its purpose and the kind of research that might have been conducted there.
Right, and things get even weirder. In the middle of this lab, Dimitri finds a large pod made of thick yellowed glass. And inside the pod, well, let's just say it's not something you'd see every day.
The discovery of the pod and its inhabitant is the turning point in the story. It shifts the narrative from a simple exploration into something far more extraordinary and unsettling.
It's a creature, but it's not human. Dimitri describes it as emaciated, with translucent skin stretched tight over its bones. Its limbs are elongated, ending in claws, and its skull is just wrong. Big, oversized cranium-sunken eyes, the whole 9 yards. It's like something out of a nightmare.
Dimitri's detailed description of the creature immediately sparks the imagination. What is this being? Where did it come from, and what was it doing in a secret lab beneath Chernobyl?
Those are the million-dollar questions, aren't they? Needless to say, Dimitri hightails it out of there. He's convinced the radiation has finally gotten to him, but deep down he knows what he saw was real.
This experience leaves Dimitri deeply shaken, and it sets the stage for Anya's arrival and her involvement in the investigation.
Anya, being the scientist she is initially skeptical. She's called to a remote military site called Kapustin Yar, not too far from Chernobyl, to investigate a suspected biohazard incident.
Kapustin Yar is a place steeped in secrecy. It's been associated with Russia's space program, experimental weapons research, and even rumors of UFO activity. Some consider it Russia's answer to Area 51.
Exactly. So when Dimitri tells Anya about the creature in the pod, she's thinking radiation poisoning, hallucinations, stress, the whole 9 yards. But Dimitri insists he saw what he saw. He's adamant that something strange is going on in Kapustin Yar, and he's determined to convince Anya of the truth.
The clash between Dimitri's first-hand account and Anya's scientific skepticism creates a fascinating dynamic that drives the narrative forward. It begs the question, will Anya be able to reconcile her scientific training with the possibility of something truly extraordinary? And as we discussed, Anya's initial reaction is understandable. As a scientist, she relies on evidence and observable data.
But here's the thing, Anya's not completely closed off to the possibility of something unusual happening. She's intrigued by Dimitri's story, even if she doesn't quite believe it yet.
Exactly. She decides to investigate Dimitri's claims, and she starts by looking into Kapustin Yar itself.
And what she finds is pretty interesting.
Kapustin Yar has a long history of secrecy and strange occurrences. It was a major site for Soviet and later Russian space program activities, but it was also involved in the development and testing of experimental weapons, including rocketry and missile technology.
Some researchers even believe that Kapustin Yar might have been used for early attempts at developing anti-satellite weapons and other advanced technologies.
The secrecy surrounding Kapustin Yar has led to numerous rumors and speculation over the years, including reports of UFO sightings and unexplained phenomena.
So Anya starts to wonder, could there be a connection between the creature Dimitri saw and the history of Kapustin Yar.
It's a possibility that she can't ignore. And to add to the intrigue, Anya discovers that there have been documented cases of people experiencing psychological effects after exposure to high levels of radiation.
Right, like radiation-induced psychosis. It can cause hallucinations, delusions, and other altered mental states.
Exactly. And this raises an important question. Could Dimitri's experience be a result of radiation exposure rather than an actual encounter with an alien creature?
It's a tough question to answer. On one hand, Dimitri's story is incredibly detailed and vivid. He seems genuinely convinced of what he saw. But on the other hand, the psychological effects of radiation exposure are well documented.
And Anya, being the thorough scientist she is, needs to consider all possibilities.
So Anya decides to take matters into her own hands. She wants to see this bunker for herself, hoping to find some concrete evidence to support or refute Dimitri's claims.
Her journey into the heart of the Chernobyl exclusion zone to this hidden underground lab is where the story takes a truly chilling turn.
She heads down into the tunnel, flashlight in hand, and enters the chamber where Dimitri claimed to have seen the creature.
But as she examines the lab, she finds no trace of the pod, the creature, or any other evidence to support Dimitri's story.
It's like the whole thing vanished into thin air.
But there is one detail that catches Anya's eye: deep scratches on the inside of the chamber where the pod would have been.
It's as if something had been trying to claw its way out.
These scratches are the only physical evidence that suggests the creature might have actually been real.
And they raise a whole new set of questions. What happened to the creature? How did it escape? And where did it go?
Anya's investigation has hit a roadblock, but the mystery has only deepened.
And we're left wondering, is Dimitri's story a product of radiation-induced psychosis? Or is there something more to this strange encounter? Welcome back to the True Alien Podcast, where we're unraveling the enigma of Kapustin Yar and that mysterious creature found beneath Chernobyl.
Yeah, we left off with Anya discovering those chilling scratches inside the chamber, where the pod had been suggesting whatever was inside may have escaped.
It's a perplexing situation. Dimitri's adamant about what he saw, but the lack of physical evidence leaves Anya questioning his account. Is it possible that his experience was a manifestation of radiation-induced psychosis?
It's a valid consideration. Prolonged exposure to high levels of radiation can indeed lead to psychological disturbances, but the scratches on the chamber walls introduce a tangible element that can't be easily dismissed.
That's the crux of it, isn't it? We're dealing with a situation where the line between subjective experience and objective reality becomes blurred. How do we reconcile conflicting accounts and the absence of definitive proof?
It requires a careful analysis of all available information, including eyewitness testimony, environmental factors, and any potential scientific explanations.
And in this case, we also have the added layer of secrecy surrounding Kapustin Yar. It's a place where rumors of advanced technology, clandestine research, and even UFO activity have circulated for decades.
This history of secrecy adds fuel to the fire, so to speak. It makes you wonder if there's something more to this story than meets the eye. Could there be a deliberate attempt to conceal information about what truly transpired in that underground lab?
It's a possibility we can't ignore. After all, governments and military organizations have been known to keep certain activities under wraps, especially when it comes to sensitive research or matters of national security.
Exactly. And if we consider the potential implications of Dimitri's encounter, the existence of an extraterrestrial being, it's not far-fetched to think that authorities might want to control the narrative and prevent widespread panic or speculation.
So where does this leave us? We have a compelling story, a witness who believes what he saw, a skeptical scientist searching for answers, and a backdrop of secrecy and intrigue. It's a true paranormal probe full of twists and turns.
The Kapustin Yar incident, much like other alleged encounters with the unknown, forces us to confront the limits of our understanding. It challenges our preconceived notions about reality and the vastness of the universe.
And perhaps that's the most intriguing aspect of it all. These stories, whether we believe them or not, spark our curiosity and push us to explore the boundaries of what we think is possible.
It's a reminder that there's still so much we don't know about the world around us, and that there may be mysteries out there that defy our current understanding of science and nature.
Well said. So, true believers, what do you make of all this? Do you think Dimitri's encounter was real? Is there a government cover-up in at play? Head over to our website or social media pages and share your theories. And if you're fascinated by stories like this one, be sure to rate and follow the True Alien Podcast for more paranormal probes into the unexplained. Until next time, keep those eyes on the skies. And remember, the truth is out there somewhere,